there were not enough queer representations in Indian cinema, not enough progressive queer representations, not enough progressive Muslim representations. And it was a joke really back home, you know, my mom and I used to crack this joke. She was like, "Tum gay log ka bhi kuch nahi hai, Musalmanon ka bhi kuch nahi hai." And when I got an opportunity to make a film, I wanted to make a film about my family, the conversations that we have at home, and how a large part of how a minority in this country lives is amiss from conversations, is amiss from cinema. We don't live in green homes. We don't talk in chaste Urdu. We eat kebabs and biryani every day, but that's besides the point. So I wanted to bring that into a sublime tale that celebrates, that honors, that embraces so many different intersections.
Anymore. Yeah. I don't have manners, guys. Don't encourage me. No, I was very worried about the kiss, and when the scene happened, I think that I feel like I was like, I'm going to do this and all, and I was like, I thought about it very hard, pictured all the people that I'm, men and women that I'm attracted to, and of course there was Didi right in front, and then we're doing the scene, and it's all very sweet and it's happening, and then Faraz not calling cut, so I'm like, kiss has a natural progression, right? Oh my god, my dad is here. Oh. Daddy, just shut your ears. That's so embarrassing. But anyway, so he's not calling cut, and I'm like, all right, so should we now take it forward? Like, should I? And I can feel Divya, and I'm going like, what is happening here? Okay, and I'm towering over her, and she's under me, and Faraz is like, this is so beautiful. He's standing, and he's not calling cut.
Swara, the question is, did your heart flutter?
I liked it.
Rather, it's called the gay agenda. We're here for it. We're all about conversion. Bring cool people to the wild side.
One person is on the brink of conversion.
Yeah, see, it's all about that.
Okay.
It's love jihad.
Next film for us. I'm in, please. Next film, I'm in.
You'll have to talk to my producer for that.
का जो मज़ा है वो अलग है. शुक्रिया for being here. हम चारों ने एक साथ पहली बार ये फिल्म देखी है. So for us it was like amazing, really. To answer your question, my mother was my best friend, so it was different, and I think I'm extremely fond of Shabana ji. So पूरी film में I was like, when he said I want to cast Shabana ji, I was the happiest, because I think for an actor what matters is who is in front of you, and when she played my mother, I genuinely didn't really have to make any efforts. So in fact, we talk about this later, how she genuinely helped me with a lot of scenes, because she knows how what my process of acting is and how hers is, and she would really look over. So for me, I think my mother would have just heard me out and said, okay, your life, main hu tere saath, because unconditionally, without judging me, she stood by me through thick and thin. So I think she would be with me throughout.
So lovely to hear that, because my mother was my best friend as well. But जब अपने घर में होता है ना, तब बहुत different होता है.
हो सकता है, but ये hypothetical situation है, शायद मुझे भी यही करके गुजरना पड़ता.
No, but it was beautiful. I mean, your response, and I still remember the poem.
Hate me. So let's have the whole Muslim community hate me as well now. Why not just add some more communities to my list of haters? But I think that we've all been, I'm sure there's been different kinds of backlash to the film from people who, how should I put this politely? Who want to tell everyone else how they should live their lives, and there are a lot of such people in India for sure. And the amazing thing about such people is that they're not community specific, religion specific, caste specific, language specific. That I can't say the words that I would like to say. My dad is sitting here, but you're getting it, na? Wo khas jamaat jo hai, wo it's across, it's very universal. So I'm sure there's been different kinds of backlash, but I think everyone was fairly pleasantly surprised with the kind of acceptance that this film has actually got. And I do have to say that I think that, yes, of course, Fire was a different time, brilliant film, amazing film, very inspiring, landmark film for Indian cinema. And Shabana ji, of course, in that as well. But I think that the way in which Faraz has told the story, right? I think that he's done it so beautifully. Again, coming back to what I was saying, I don't want to take too much time, but I don't know that people can be offended. Well, what is there to be offended about parents and children struggling with each other to find ways to tell each other that I do love you, even despite of all this mess, right? And so I think that is what is special about the film. I'm sure. I mean, India loves controversy. I think that if there was an opportunity, they would have taken it. There would have been a controversy. But I think that there's something very beautiful about the film. That said, I have heard that there were some people who did protest at various screenings. Some of them had a problem with my presence in it as well. Some so वो तो चलते रहते हैं.